There are many annual cultural and religious festivals in Iran. Participating in any one of them offers a window into the everyday lives of the people and is sure to give you another perspective of the country. Hello and welcome. I am Moin, a guide in Iran. And in this video, I'd like to introduce you to some of my country's festivals and rituals. Number 1. Nowruz, the Persian New Year. Every year, millions of people celebrate Nowruz, the Persian New Year, on March 21st. Nowruz, which literally means new day, starts with the advent of spring and the rebirth of nature. Iranians start preparing for Nowruz a couple of weeks earlier. Pretty much everyone goes into intense house cleaning mode, known as house shaking. They remove any unnecessary clutter and lingering grimes that is settled over the past year so that they can start afresh. Men are active participants in this spring cleaning despite their unwillingness. The centerpiece of most Nowruz meals will be sabzi-pulov ba mahi, an herbed rice served with white fish. Then you might have kuku sabzi, a frittata of baked eggs with a whole mess of herbs. Once the day of Nowruz arrives, it kicks off a 13-day celebration of dinners, family visits, and reflections on the year ahead. Friends and family get together to wish each other good luck, and children receive monetary gifts in form of French banknotes from their parents and other family members. But Nowruz is more than just a single day. It is a general celebration of being able to wipe away the dust, grime, and sadness of the old in order to start anew. It's about closing one door on one chapter and turning the page to the next with excitement and optimism for the endless possibilities of the next year ahead. Have seen. Several days before the actual Nowruz day, the streets are buzzing with excitement. People are out and about doing their holiday shopping and selecting items for the Hafsin table. Hafsin is the tradition of putting 7 symbolic objects together, beginning with the letter S in Farsi, each of which symbolizes a different hope for the new year. For example, sabze, meaning grass, usually from wheat sprouts, symbolizes rebirth and renewal. Sib, which means apple, stands for beauty and health. And serke, or vinegar, is a symbol of patience and wisdom that comes with aging. Once you have 7 cornerstone sets, the Hafsin is yours to customize. My family's Hafsin always included a mirror symbolizing reflection, colored eggs for fertility, coins for prosperity, and a live goldfish for new life. And of course, a poetry book by Hafiz, one of Iran's most beloved poets. Number 2. Sizdah-Bedar. Sizdah-Bedar, also known as Nature's Day, is a festival tradition celebrated on the 13th and the final day of Nowruz. People spend time picnicking outdoors, parks are flooded with families, playing games, grilling kebabs, and of course drinking glasses of tea. It is said that in order to avoid bad luck, they should stay outdoors for the entire day. On this day, Iranian takes sabzeh that's been growing in the Hafsin table to a natural body of running water and let it float away. The sabzeh is supposed to have collected all the sickness, pain, and bad luck hiding on the path of the family in the coming year. Another tradition is knotting of blades of grass by unmarried people in the hope of finding a companion. This represents love and bonding of a man and a woman. Number 3. Chaharshanbe-Soori. Chaharshanbe-Soori literally means Red Wednesday and is an ancient festival celebrated the night before the last Wednesday of the year. People celebrate Chaharshanbe-Soori with fire in the hope of achieving happiness and enlightenment through the coming year. The streets come alive with young and old as people come out of their homes to greet one another. People make bonfires on the streets and jump over them, saying, "Your redness is mine and my paleness is yours," which literally means your health and warmth for me and my pain and illness for you. Number 4. Yalda Night. Iranians around the world celebrate Yalda, which is one of the most ancient Persian festivals. Ancient Persians believed that evil forces were dominant on the longest night of the year, which is the last night of the fall, usually December 21st. On this night, Iranians celebrate the birth of Mitra, the goddess of light, and the renewal of the sun, as from the next day, called the Day of the Sun, the days start to get longer, and this is the victory of light over darkness. The Yalda celebration goes well past midnight. Family members get together most often in the house of the eldest member for fun and merriment, drinking tea and eating dried nuts, watermelon, and pomegranate. Before the modern heating appliances were readily available, family and friends gathered in a night-long vigil around kursi, a low table over a brazier of hot coals. A significant part of this tradition is the recitation of the classic poetry of Hafiz. Each member of the family makes a wish, randomly opens the book, and asks the eldest member of the family to read it aloud. What is expressed in the poem is traditionally believed to be the interpretation of the wish and how and if it will come true. Number 5. Sadeh Festival. Sadeh is another ancient Iranian festival that takes place 50 days before Nowruz on January 29 or 30th. It is a midwinter festival that is celebrated to honor fire and to defeat the forces of darkness, frost, and cold. Traditionally, wood is collected and taken to the local shrine. Before sunset, people gather outside the temple to torch the wood. Prior to lighting the huge open fire, Zoroastrian priests recite verses from Avesta, the holy book of Zoroastrians. The fire is kept burning all night. Early the next morning, women will go to the fire and each one will carry a small portion of the burned wood back to their home to light new fires made from the ritually blessed fire. This spreads the blessing of Sadeh fire to every household in the neighborhood. And finally, number 6, Ashura. Ashura, the 10th day of the Islamic month of Muharram, is the anniversary of the 7th century martyrdom of Imam Hussein, the third Shia Imam, and 72 of his followers at the Battle of Karbala. Processions march down the streets or gather in mosques across the country as people beat their chests in harmony as a symbol of mourning. Meanwhile, some will distribute food offerings among the people as they believe they will receive blessings and divine reward in return. Best observed in Zanjan or Yazd, this religious ceremony will provide extraordinary insight into Shia Islam in Iran. There are various traditions such as Tazieh, a type of street theater in costume, which reenacts this martyrdom, and Nakhl Gardani, carrying a majestic wooden structure as a symbol of Imam Hussein's coffin on the shoulders of the mourners. As an exceptional opportunity to learn about Shia Islam in Iran, Ashura can be an extraordinary experience of local culture, which of course requires an open mind and visitors' utmost respect. The wide variety of festivals celebrated in Iran is a true manifestation of its rich culture and traditions. I hope you'll have the chance to see at least one of these festivals on your trip to Iran. I hope you enjoyed my video. There are many more things you may want to know before traveling to Iran. If you are looking for more info on Iran's attractions, food, handicraft, festivities, visa application, etc., please have a look at my website persiapassenger.com. Thanks for watching and have a great trip to Iran.